Hey, in 1 Samuel chapter 17, we run into a story that almost everybody knows. It's been told, it's been retold. It is the story of David and Goliath. It's the original bully beatdown. In this corner, we have David, the second string king, the last one picked, the little harp-playing shepherd boy. And in this corner, we have Goliath, the Philistine Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion of the world. He's over 9 feet tall. He's this big, hairy, muscle-bound thug. He is a nasty, scary dude, and he is a bully. And he is bullying Israel. He's taunting Israel. He's making fun of them and trash talking, and Israel is scared. The Philistines are the biggest enemies of Israel, and Saul and his troops are just paralyzed with fear. One translation says their hearts melted with fear. And along comes David, who is just a little boy, and he's out trying to deliver some cheese and crackers to his brothers. And he hears this giant trash talking, and something rises up on the inside of him. Something just rubs him the wrong way, and he's like, this isn't right. This guy cannot talk about God like this. And David is no match at all for the big man. He's a boy. He doesn't have the skills, he doesn't have the armor, and so he doesn't trust in his own strength. He doesn't trust in his own abilities. He doesn't trust in his own weapons. He puts his trust in God. And he refuses to be shut down. He refuses to be shut down by his brother, who tells him, you're small, you're insignificant, you're not going to be any match for this guy. He refuses to be shut down by King Saul, who tells him, you're young and inexperienced. You're going to hear both of those things a lot in your life. You're small and insignificant, or you're young and inexperienced. And don't listen to those things. Don't get shut down by those things. It's the young and inexperienced people who are just crazy enough to believe that God wants to work through them who change the world. So put your faith in God. Don't listen to what other people might tell you. And then David realizes that he can't wear another man's armor. King Saul gives him his armor, and he realizes it just doesn't fit right. Okay, just Saul's chest piece weighed about as much as the average 7th grader. And David's like, this isn't really going to work. So I can't wear another man's armor. It just doesn't feel right. It's not who I am. It's not who I'm supposed to be. So he goes out armed with only a slingshot and a staff and 5 smooth stones. And Goliath is like, what? You coming at me with just, do you think I'm a dog? And here's what David tells him. In verse 45, he says this, you come to me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of heaven's armies. And in verse 47, it says this. He's talking to Goliath, and he says, everyone assembled here will know that the Lord rescues his people, but not with sword and spear. This is the Lord's battle, and he will give you to us. You're going down. Then David runs to the battle. There's no hesitation. There's no fear, because he knows that God is actually doing the fighting. He knows that God has actually got it under control. But he doesn't just want to watch, because that's boring. He engages. He is aggressive. And David plunks Goliath right between the eyes with a rock. Goliath gets hit in the head with a rock, but he falls down face first. That always amazed me. He gets hit from the front with a rock, but he falls down face first, because it was God's battle, because it was God's doing. And David shows everybody at that point that he knows how to get ahead. Read it, it's there. So here's my question to you. What giants are you facing today? What big, ugly, gingivitis smelling giants are you facing? Don't be afraid. Realize that God has your back. Realize that God is fighting for you, and he will take them down for you. Just put your trust in him. Realize it's not up to you. Don't try to be anything that you're not, and just let him fight for you and through you. God bless you guys. Giddy up!